So, up they comes, up to the tower. Hey, I hope they're scared of heights. Hey, one of them might be sick. That would improve the smell of the place. So, who's in my fresh batch of cagelings this week?
Daisy, she sleeps in the bath. Tyrone, he keeps bogies under his bed. That's Emmy. She was born with blue hair. Connor, addicted to snails. Bethan likes to lick her nose. And George, he's got 2 shadows. Montel, whose favourite dinner is mouse and a spicy Cajun sauce. Rochelle, who likes to wear shoes made of cheese. Frankie, she does a great impression of a squashed gongle sprot. And Eamon, he likes to sleep using a badger for a pillow. Nikita, he has a pet woodlouse what lives in his ear. Fabian, he smells of drains. Pooja lives in a garden shed. There's Alessio, who has really airy toes. Joanna, she eats off the floor. Wolfgang used to be a pair of wellies. And Zara, her favourite hobby is swimming with wet frogs.
Look at that batch of cagelings. They get worse every time.
Ben, who wants to go into space so he can spit on the moon. Dion, she reads everything upside down. There's Darren, who collects plug holes. Claudia, who invented sneezing. Adam, he's related to the abominable snowman. And finally Jodie, her middle name is John uses onions to brush his teeth. Sophie, she once had a sausage dog, but she ate it with chips and beans. Safe used to be an old man, but he's now aged 11. Alice keeps a monkey under her bed. That's Jack. He wears false teeth made out of ham. And Lizzie. She grows mushrooms in between her ears. That's Sam. He grows cheese between his toes. Joanne, who can put a big toe in her ear. Tom, his favourite hobby is collecting bogies. Rebecca doesn't have any eyebrows. Caleb, he can fit an entire sheep in his mouth. And there's Bonnie. She wants to be a hammock when she grows up. There's Joe, he collects mouldy old socks. Sanaz, who wants to train pigeons. Benjamin, he snores louder than a trumpet. Florence, she pulls the legs off chairs. Joseph, his favourite smell is wet dog. And Jamie, who has just sneezed over the old team. That one with his head on backwards is Jack. Renee, she's a champion bodybuilder. There's Timothy, he was born a mango. Isabel is allergic to chairs. Oace, he lives in a house under the sea. Sam comes to school on a roller coaster. There's Ben, he likes to eat other people's toenails. Bethan, she makes sculptures out of dried snot. Adam, he's friends with the baboons in the zoo. Libby, the Welsh yodeling champion. Reese, whenever he walks past a postbox, he owls like a wolf. Ooh! And Rhiannon, she can sneeze in Morse code. Mauro only talks to ballroom dancers. Kim, she won't eat anything unless it tastes like mustard. That's Cameron, he hasn't washed in weeks. And Molly, she's best friends with a radish. Jamil can speak fluent dolphin. Vanessa, she keeps twigs as pets. Ross, his hair grows backwards. There's Carmen, she knits all her own food. Alex, he won Bigfoot of the Year. Emily washes in strawberry milkshake. Edwin, he's afraid of saucepans. Lily, she has 2 tongues. Mitchell, he sleeps standing on his head in a bucket of cold sick. Shapressa, her prized possession is a packet of walnuts. Bradley once trips over a daisy. Shamara, earwax candle maker. Marie, hula hoop champion 1926. And last, there's Samadul. He keeps an alien in his back pocket. Harriet, she's got a hairy tongue. There's Declan, he can blow fire out of his nostrils. Jade, she used to be a hedgehog. Josh, secretly terrified of tiny kittens. Jessica, she's got a head full of jam. And William, he's married to a polar bear. There's Olivia, who used to be a hedgehog. Brandon, he keeps a rooster in his school bag. Amy Beth is from London. How did she get in there? Connor, who walks sideways on a Saturday. Sophie, who's secretly terrified of carrot cake. And Schmeichel, he invented dancing in 1965. There's William, he's a shepherd. Shanice is addicted to aqua aerobics. Ryan speaks fluent halibut. That's Natasha, she collects duvet covers. Ibrahim has a fear of butterflies. And Samantha was lost in space for 20 years. There's Fiona, who sleeps inside a banana. Ben, who used to have a job as a pair of slippers. That's Alison, who is part robot. Billy, whose girlfriend is a coconut. Holly, whose best friend is a fridge magnet. And George, who invented food back in 1983. That's Jasmine. She's a secret frog smuggler. Hayden is a retired bank manager. Savannah is a mystery. That's Lewis. He was rescued by squirrels in 1892. Natasha, who is addicted to cartwheels. And Andrew from London. Hey, what's he doing in there? There's Aaron, who used to be a bunch of grapes. Jasmine, who generates her own electricity. Jacob, he's a black belt in flip-flop. Nia, who collects cow pats. Blaze, who's secretly in love with a coat hanger. And Laura, who won Undercover Alien of the Year 2005. There's Nairi, who wishes she could fly away. James, who used to have a job as a lunchbox. Em, she speaks fluent sheep. Nico is a retired biscuit designer. Emmy, her boyfriend is a wheelie bin. And Kyle, who once fell off a penguin. There's Ellie, who lives on a roller skate. Jerushan, he owns the Eiffel Tower. Nikita, she's part panda. That's Josh, he has a fear of the colour orange. Holly, whose boyfriend is made of concrete. And Oliver, who's a door-to-door double-glazing salesman. There's Alex, who comes from Mars. Francesca, she hates being called Dave. Dylan, he's faster than a ham sandwich. That's Holly, she collects empty milk cartons. Lieben, he has a head full of porridge. And Polly, who invented time travel. Joseph, who's a Victorian chimney sweep. Taylor, who's thoroughly waterproof. Jonah is a loose cannon. That's Rihanna, who won the World Cup in 1966. Alex, who needs to be back in time for his tea. And Elvira, who invented sneezing in 1953. There's Michael, who was raised by ants. Kiana, she's 100% recyclable. Louis, who's posing as a real person. That's Imogen, she's something else entirely. George has a retractable finger. And Abigail, who invented wind in 1896. There's Chris, who's a champion cucumber wrestler. Louisa, who is terrified of gravy. Jake is having the time of his life. That's Poppy, she has a built-in sat-nav. Jeremy, who is not good in the mornings. And Rhiannon, who is twinned with the town of Calais. There's Georgia, who thinks sprouts are overrated. Camille, who used to have a job as a duck. Andrew, he has a seaside villa in Nice. Ellie is choosy about her hairstyles. Jessica is partial to a slice of quiche. And Zach is engaged. Please leave a message. Beep. There's Georgie, who used to be a cordless kettle. Aaron, who won Strictly Come Dancing in 1928. Elsie has the tail of a raccoon. That's Jake, he's a tap dancing badger. Sophie is pretending to be scared. And William, who is scared and wishes he could get out of here. That's Brady, who's an airport baggage handler. Ishmael, he comes from the planet Wah Wah. J. Dean is a hot air balloonist. That's Michael, he's a deep sea diver. Olivia, who used to be a beanbag. And John, Beard of the Year, 1965. That's Zoe, she plays chess in her sleep. Luke flies to school on a cornflake. Chloe, who is an organic farmer. That's Jamie, he's secretly terrified of everything. Ellie has candy floss for hair, and Corey, who discovered France last Tuesday by accident. There's Tom, he used to be a Spanish omelette. Brianna is somewhere over the rainbow. Elliot sleeps with his eyes open. That's Olivia, she's married to a phone box. Marcel, who once swallowed his own head. And Florence is a town in Italy. There's Ellis, who lives in a baked bean can. Molly, she's addicted to snooker. Shreven, who thinks fireplaces are great. There's Chloe, who has a pet yoghurt. Robbie, his best friend is a cod. And Lauren, who is room temperature. There's Daniel, who keeps mashed potato in his ears. Mariah, who likes to sniff goldfish. Chris, he has a head full of song. That's Ella, she's secretly terrified of popcorn. George, who does a mean vegetable curry. And Rebecca, who ran the marathon backwards. There's Steely, who's a driving instructor. Anna, she collects rechargeable batteries. Ryan, who's a pop star in Spain. That's Caris, who was rescued from a baboon sanctuary. Cameron, he's married to a deck chair called Sally. And Shannon, who's a mermaid, Mondays between 3 and 4. There's Sophie, who's an Eskimo. Aaron, who has a job as a toilet flusher. Rebecca, she looks like she's regretting that kebab. Harvey, he collects castles. Danny, whose boyfriend is a cheese baguette. And Graham, who's a supermarket security guard. There's Sarah, who used to be a Bengal tiger. Adam, who is named after a popular cheese. Lauren, she invented the weather. That's Matt, he has a collection of antique furniture. Maria, she is a coiled spring. And Balwani, who won the Eurovision Song Contest in 1904. There's Elizabeth, who's a champion bog snorkeler. Joseph, who's a sucker for a nice pair of shoes. Ems, who isn't left-handed. That's Leon, he reads bus tickets for fun. Emma, she's from London. Hang on, how did she get in there? And Aaron, who's named after a jumper. There's Osman, who lives in a lighthouse. Yinka is a ruthless gardener. Jewel is part bumblebee. That's Salima, she's alive with the sound of music. Dan is from the planet Gateshead. How did he get in there? And Callum, who won gold at the Imaginary Olympics in 2006, 1912. There's Jack, who has overdue library books. Kirby, who doesn't have a care in the world. Glenn, who's a champion hot shoe shuffler. That's Lauren, she reflects the sun. Daniel is a retired nuclear physicist. And Danielle, who can hold her breath for 10 months. There's Daniel, who has a fear of frisbees. Chloe, who's a pirate, weekends only. James, he's a professional karaoke king. That's Carly, she's a member of the royal family. Jack, who used to be a moustache. And Darcy is from London. How did she get in there? There's Nathan, who's a Georgian dentist. Sophie, she sleeps upside down. Ben, who is half onion. Andy is unbelievable. Chris has a weakness for darts. And Megan, who invented wallpaper. That's Ethan. He lives in the sandcastle. There's Daisy. She rhymes with lazy and hazy. Thomas thinks he's a Viking. Davina is an executive biscuit. Mette is 2 of your 5 a day. And that's Ellie. She's an imposter. What? There's Ross. He once got stuck up a drain pipe. Lucy, who used to be a postage stamp. PJ thought he was going to be on Raven. Gutted. Jordan once moonwalked the marathon. Megan, buy one, get one free. And there she is. Her twin sister Kimberly. No relation. Tariq invented computers completely by accident. Nicole is currently non-recyclable. Connor has wings. You can see them under his shirt. Courtney is rich in vitamin C. Paige speaks fluent Toad. And that's Kadeem. He's a luxury holiday in Torremolinos. Lauren, he used to be a cheese grater. Noah is free from polyunsaturates. Saeed hatched from a golden egg. Hudden, she once waxed a penguin. Gantu is an ironing board. And Irissa once went to school on a biscuit. There. That's Dicey. He's Lord Mayor of Marmalade. Kalia is a champion welly wanger. John must be kept refrigerated at all times. Freya invented wigs. There's Kieran. He collects dust. And that's Ellie. She used to be a stepladder. There's Matthew. He has a really unusual nickname. There's Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee, Bobby Lee, Bobby Lee. Paul is allergic to chairs. Rhea is 100% whole wheat goodness. Harry won Eurovision in 1970-10. And Fern. That's 3 yeses. You're going through. That's Sam. He's rude to lollipop ladies. There's Leah. She used to be a luxury yogurt. Joel is a baggage handler at Luton Airport. Caitlin, stunt double to the stars. Ewan invented the word bamboozle. And Keris, world thumb wrestling champion 2000 and 3000. There's Adam. He invented a time machine in 2056. Abigail used to be a banjo. Ellis is a trip hazard. Amy is scared of Wednesdays. Ads glows in the dark. And Abby wants crimped a mammoth. There's Yoma. She walks backwards on the Sunday. That's Rowan. He's low in saturates. Lotta, who is just pretending. Mubina used to be a leisure centre. Yusuf, he looks great in that shirt. And Tiernan isn't here right now. Please leave a message. Beep. There's Josh. He invented walking in 2046. Amy isn't from Western-super-Mare, but that doesn't matter. Ruby is part badger. Joshua comes in a multi-pack and must not be sold separately. Keen isn't made of money. And Molly is parked illegally again. There's Nicholas. He's terrified of tangerines. That's Katie. She invented carrots. Zach is best served chilled. Martha is from London. How did she get in there? That's Craig. He used to be a cruise liner. And Lauren. She travels to school by hedgehog. There's Ryan. His sister's a DVD. Shannon invented dogs in 1990. Emilio holds the world record for the loudest burp. Brett is the Prime Minister of Cheese. Neve has a pet dragon. And Shelby has gone for lunch back in 5 minutes. That's Joshua. He's terrified of sneezing. Penny is free from artificial flavours and preservatives. Juliet used to be the capital of France. Daniel is an accident waiting to happen. Manua woke up 5 minutes ago. And Sam is cashier number 4, please.
Like all those before them,
They'll be imprisoned at the top of the tower.